Hello and welcome back to another episode of MTD CNC North America. Today I get to spend time with my buddy Jacob, and we are just outside of Chicago at a brand new Methods Machine Tools building. This place is massive, a great showroom, great offices, but there's a couple of key components that we're gonna go over with Jacob that I think you guys are gonna like. So Jacob, thank you for being a part of MTD.
Thank you.
So we're standing in an area right now. We have 4, 5, 6 robo drills. I know it's going to be even more later. I'm looking across the way here. We got robots. I see some setups over there. This is your turnkey area, right?
That is correct.
So tell us a little bit about turnkey in general for the customers who go, well, I'm just used to buying a machine because I already know everything. So what's a turnkey area for, and what are you going to utilize this massive space for your customers?
So this massive space, when we were looking at moving out of the other building into this bigger location, is that the market really dictates, because of the skill that's currently out there, that instead of just putting a machine on a floor and giving them the keys, that really customers now demand a machine to be basically push button ready. In other words, ready to cut their part the second it hits the floor. And the team here, we built the team here along with the building here to accommodate that need.
So I agree with you, and you mentioned it just briefly, but it's something that gets echoed in a hallway of echoes when we say a lot of this is due to the fact that we don't have the competency might be a strong word, but there's a skills gap, right?
Skills gap,
and
absolutely.
I'm sure just like you, I've walked into machine shops and I go, man, there's such a better way to do that. And that's what these turnkey situations are for, right? A customer can hand you a part and you will help them figure out the best way, the fastest way, the most cost-effective way to make this part.
That's correct. That's exactly what we're here to do. And that's also why you see this giant building right now behind us and what we're currently starting to do.
Well, you've dedicated yourself with this size building for that ability. Yes. And I know that's going to help, not just in Illinois, but I know you have a spot, more of a satellite spot over in Wisconsin that you support as well. And if the guys in Michigan and Minnesota need help, this building will help them also. But something else that I think is really great, Jacob, and I'm sure you'll agree with me, is the Methods Machine Tools line of machine options really does give your customers the opportunity to hand you a part, and you can help them based on vertical, turning, horizontal, EDM, robotic. I mean, you have all the options that could really help a customer.
Absolutely. We have a full product line along with a full team of vendors as well. That we can go to for certain applications. And that's really what gears Methods. That's really what makes Methods special in the industry. And the fact that we do have not only a full gamut of product line, high-end machines, but we also have multiple in-house vendors, if you will.
Yeah, I agree. And just to elaborate a little bit about what you're saying is, if I need something, which I think everyone knows about these guys these days, right? Oh, yeah. And some people are going, well, they're just drilling taps. Well, we're definitely learning. No, they're cutting Inconels and steels and titaniums and this
Absolutely.
big plus taper. There's obviously more that go along with it. But my point is, something as known but also somewhat small as this robo drill to something as large as your Yazda PX30i with a multiple, I believe, 34 pallet change. I mean, We're talking about the ability to go from a small footprint in a facility that's fighting for real estate to some of the largest, most accurate machines on the planet and everything in between that allows them to create that success.
That's correct. That's correct. And really what also makes the machine successful is actually the team behind it as well. And that's just as important, and that's really what we strive for here, is to build the proper team to match the quality of the machines.
I'm glad you brought that up, Jacob. I'm really, really glad you brought that up, because right now, you guys are great at service, don't get me wrong. And talking with the service guys down in Arizona and the ones in Southern California, and I was just over in Michigan, I know the service is good, and the service is great in all of these places. But you're constantly trying to do more and be better and serve your customers to whatever degree that they need to be served, right? And so you're actually taking some of that Sudbury, which is the headquarters, for those of you who don't know, Sudbury, Massachusetts parts, and you're breaking them down to different locations because you're looking at a possible 4-hour lead time if a machine goes down?
That's correct. And the area behind you is actually going to be part of that parts department too. So we want everyone about 80% of our customers are within 4 hours of parts.
That's a powerful statement, and we could probably end our conversation right there because it's so powerful, but I'm not gonna. Because I think it's important to also recognize that there are a lot of companies who import, right? Import machines, and I think we're all at the understanding that one of the worst things that can happen to our customers is that the machine spindle stops.
Right.
And there's some great companies out there that will help fix the machine spindle as well, including, you know, yourselves probably. But at the same time, if we can get that done and that machine spindle can not go down, or the machine bed cannot be broken for less than 4 hours, because the biggest, I think, anxiety and stress that comes from people when that machine goes down is the thought process of, I'm not gonna get this job out in time. I'm losing money. My spindle's not turning. So the quicker and better that you can support those customers, obviously that's just, you know, here's my Captain Obvious statement, guys.
Yep.
Obviously, this is gonna make them want to come back to you on a regular basis, because we know the statement. You know the statement.
Yep.
Sales sells the first machine.
Yep. Service sells the second.
Service sells all the rest.
Always. And to get on the turnkey stuff again, that's also why it's nice going with Methods, because we actually have the full entire turnkey. So if it's something that's fixture related that goes down or something, we'll have that, all that basically resident knowledge towards us. So it's one-stop shopping for the customer to come to us.
One-stop shop is so important, and again, I'm glad you brought that up, Jacob, because I'm learning more and more every day from you guys, and I'm grateful for that. But so many of these machines are easily adaptable to things like an automation or a 3+2, you know, if I add a trunnion to it, whatever it might be. And that's part of the fear of, you know, making that upgrade into something like automation, is we don't think it's going to be easy, yet not only are you showing people that it's easy, but you're doing the turnkey process for them.
Right, right. And being here centrally located in Chicago, most of the customers come and see it actually being built. Like that automation cell right over there is a good example of that.
Thank you for saying that also. Good, Jacob, you're amazing at this. Jacob's going to take my job, guys, but let me just convey that message also. Because you're here in Chicago, and your territory is Wisconsin and Chicago for this immediate location, a customer can come in at any point from the piece that they handed you a week ago or 2 weeks ago or a day ago, whatever it might be, and see exactly what's being set up, and you can show them, here's what we're doing, here's why we're doing it, so they get educated on that process along the way.
Absolutely. In fact, we've had multiple training classes in process. So in other words, as we have a turnkey here, we actually have the customer here and have that overlap. So when I said a push button start when we go to install a machine, they guys are already trained and ready to go. So they're actually here working with us, setting up the part, all that stuff. There's that overlap, that transfer of knowledge to the customer as we're doing the turnkey.
Yeah, that's an important thing to understand as well. As you said, push button go once the machine gets there, because historically I would say, and you probably know better than I do, Jacob, but historically I would say, okay, we know what machine we want. We know the part we have to run. All right, let's get that machine in. All right, we got that machine, we got it into the facility, we got it leveled. Well, now we got to do a bit of training. Okay, now that we've got the training going, we got to make sure that all the components are set up, right tooling, right tool holders, right work holding. Right. Okay, now we're actually machining. How many weeks down the road are we actually getting that part started that we've needed to machine for the past 3 months, right?
100%.
You have the opportunity to do it all here, and when it lands on their floor, they're making money.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah, well, to me, that's brilliant. Jacob, thank you so much for sharing this with MTD. Guys who are watching, turnkey operation with some of the best machines on the planet, extremely important. And if you have a project that you need to work on, by all means, reach out to Methods Machine Tools. If I'm not mistaken, it's methodsmachinetools.com, the website.
Correct. Yep.
I'm starting to get way too good at this, I tell you. But all kidding aside, methodsmachinetools.com, reach out. These are some amazing people, family-oriented company, great line of machines, and then when the machine drops on your floor, it is ready to go. So Jacob, thank you again for being a part of MTD and sharing this story.
Thank you, Tony.